From Atlanta to San Francisco, big cities across America have tried to fuel economic revival by targeting poor neighborhoods for urban renewal, sometimes sarcastically called urban removal. Too often, those efforts push out people who live there. That's why we're watching West Louisville, Kentucky, and the city's ambitious $870 million plan to improve the historic Russell neighborhood without gentrifying it. Central to that plan is creating mixed-income housing. And this installment of our series, America's Cities, Russell Rising, takes a look at the housing project Beecher Terrace, where the city's objectives will be put to the test with a $187 million plan to demolish the old to make way for the new.
Hey, good morning. You ready?
Jamie Huddleston is up before dawn, getting her sons out the door. She works as a baker in West Louisville, Kentucky, and there's a big event coming up, a 200-person wedding.
I love it here. I love what I'm doing. I love the possibilities. I love everything.
It wasn't always this way. Jamie is 28 and used to live in Beecher Terrace, a public housing project in the Russell neighborhood.
It's a lot of poverty and a lot of hard times. I grew up with a lot of hard times.
So your teenage years were...
They were a bit on the rough side.
Now her life and her old neighborhood are on the cusp of total transformation. The city is tearing down Beecher Terrace and spending $187 million of public and private money to replace it with mixed-income housing and commercial property. The goal, to finish by 2023. Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher. What percentage of the people do you expect will come back?
So we know from some of our projects in the past, about a third or so of the people move back.
Beecher Terrace was built in 1939 for Kentucky's growing black middle class. Restaurants and businesses line the streets. Today, 60% of the people in Russell live in poverty. How can you avoid changing the Russell neighborhood? You know, really the feel, the vibe of the Russell neighborhood, not just move in new, richer, whiter people into a community that's historically black.
And that's going to be the challenge for all of us. We know we're changing the neighborhood.
Can we go into this one?
Let's right here.
Lisa Osenka is the head of the Louisville Metro Housing Authority and has been working to build affordable housing since she was a teenager.
So demolition is proceeding in this area.
She says being intentional is an essential part of the project. The city's begun exploring the creation of community land trusts for the first time.
Community land trust. The community owns the land in trust. And so that stays in the community, and that wealth building creation stays within the neighborhood. Now, the individual homeowners that buy into these land trusts, they are allowed to take a certain amount of equity out of their home when and if they sell it, but it is capped. And so any excess is actually invested back into the community land trust.
Well, I think if they're considering it, it's 2019, there needs to be some urgency around that because, you know, community land trusts have existed since the 60s and Louisville doesn't have one. So if they are considering it, there needs to be a budgetary response.
Josh Poe is a Louisville community organizer and urban planner. When you first heard about what was going to happen in Beecher Terrace, what was your take?
I didn't really see it as a reversal of those historical acts. It was very much connected to the traditional patterns of structural racism, urban renewal, and redlining.
Mayor Fisher says the plan is to reverse those traditional patterns without dividing the neighborhoods between rich and poor. This is your downtown. What are the spires? Is the good news of the Russell neighborhood that it's a block from downtown and now cities are really focusing on their downtown? Or is the bad news for the Russell neighborhood that they're a block from downtown, which means everybody looks at that neighborhood and says, maybe we should be taking over some of that?
Good news is, you know, we're not growing at the rate, let's say, that Denver is right now. So we have time to address this in a more measured way. We're also intentional about making sure as we regenerate, we don't displace. So for instance, with the Beecher Terrace public housing community, lifetime guarantee. If you want to move back into Beecher, you got it.
Jamie is hoping to buy a home in the new Beecher Terrace once it's rebuilt.
Hey, Jamie. Hey, how
She
you
meets
doing?
twice a month with her case manager for urban strategies, which is helping place former Beecher Terrace residents into new homes.
There are challenges.
Her rent payment is matched by the Family Self-Sufficiency Program, which puts money in escrow so that one day it can be used as a down payment.
I have people who love me for me and support me, and that's been like the best thing I've ever come across. Because it's really, really been hard growing up without support from your family.
Why does it make you cry?
Because I don't want my kids to ever experience that. That's the reason I try so hard for them.